Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, October 19th, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right. We've got a little less than 3 minutes to go to market open. Crude is in its second trade of the morning. We took a stop and reverse loss from the first trade, 9-tick loss from the short entry to long entry, so that's 18 ticks that we're down. Let's see, unleaded, and just took a unleaded basically did the same thing. Started off get in sync with the short, stop and reverse to long. That hit, looks like it actually hit target one, so target one traders picked up a little bit on that. And we stopped, target one traders would have stopped out for 1 tick. Target two traders actually, well, let's see. Looks like the original was 3201, so 3206 would have been the stop and reverse. So 1 tick for both target one and target two traders. And then we just took a full loss on the short. Good morning, Miles. Soybeans going too far, so we'll look for a new trade there. Same with the YM. Early short trade that's gone too far, so we'll look for a new trade there as well. And the market is about to open. Good morning, Pamela. Another 15 seconds. Pound Aussie picked up a long trade. It's trailing now, or the stop is still at break even, but it's hit targets 2 and 3. Market is open. Soybeans is out of its early trade. YM still in its early trade. Russell had gone way too far to get in, even think about getting in sync with that, but don't typically get in sync on the Russell. Alright, the YM has stopped out of its pre-market trade. Micro Russell has stopped out as well. Soybeans with a long trade. We did have time to get into that. 13.13 even. Money management's 1314.50, so we'll have two positions coming off at target 2. Target 1 is only 5 ticks with a 6 tick minimum. New short on unleaded. $31.89. There's money management. And target 1. Crude with a full stop out finally. So you had a small stop and reverse, then the full stop out. So I'll take the third trade on this one. The Pound Aussies had two positions come off at target 2 and one at target 3. 40%, still got 40% of the original trade on. And target 2 on unleaded. Target 2, 78 ticks. Our loss on that last one was 64, 128. Plus the original stop and reverse loss. So we're still down 50 plus the original stop and reverse. Stop at 179. Russell in a short trade. Got a second chance at that, just came back and touched the entry. And we did get to money management on this one, and that's a break-even stop out intra-bar. Money management minimum being 14 ticks on Micro Russell. 161 for the unleaded stop. Almost closing the bar. There it goes. And you see it's tracking, but we are out at break even. All right, unleaded stop now at 143. I would seriously consider leaving my stop at 152, a couple of ticks above that swing high. Now, if I get another bar close below the balance line, and there is our third trade for crude. set up for crude long, and we just entered. Right, looks like the pound Aussie is going to start trailing. Russell trade stopped out, as did the unleaded trade. Still going to be slightly negative, so I would go with the long trade. And that's just hit money management. I would have gone to probably 50. I would go to 52 on that long trade, but just a one tick adjustment. But it's hit money management. Soybeans took a full loss. Switched over to short at the full stop out on the long. Gets a 6 tick, looks like a 6 tick. 0825, let's see. Yep, gets a minimum target 1 and a 1 tick. And then we get a white counterpunch trade that does trigger in. And so we are long with using the chase ticks. All right, unleaded targets 1 and 2. 22 for target 1, 36 for target 2. Stop is at 159. And looks like pound Aussie will start to trail up. On the close of this bar. Like 163 for the 162, 163 for the stop. Now 173 on unleaded. And crude picking up both targets. 11.19, 30 ticks on that trade. That will certainly help the situation. It's not going to get it positive. You're down 44 from the full loss, plus another 18, so down 62. Still down 32 on the session. And 199 for the unleaded stop. This should get everybody positive. Looks like we'll go up to around 214 on the close of this bar. Yep, 214 for the unleaded stop. Soybeans still long, and we did start trailing on unleaded. $92.07. All right, 234 for the unleaded trailer. $92.07 for the pound Aussie. Russell is flat. This trade will definitely get unleaded positive today. Crude is through its 3 trades on our trade plan, just taking two fixed targets, target 1 and target 2. YM looking for its first trade. Next week will be your regular schedule, at least as far as I'm aware at the moment. Regular sessions Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Crude oil inventory session Wednesday morning at 10:30. 92.09 for unleaded and a long for Micro Russell. $372 for unleaded. All right, I'm sorry, 272. Yeah, 372 would be nice. I think that'll go to at least 79 on the close of this bar. And soybeans taking aim at target 1. What did we lose on that first one? 13, so that's 52 tick loss on the trade number 1. We picked up 6.9, so we're down 43. We'll use the chase ticks on the setup, since the setup, that was a warning and it chased up. It was beyond, more than 2 ticks beyond the entry, so they chased up 2 ticks at 312 and a quarter. At 12 and a quarter for the entry. 14 and a half. Yeah, 14 and a half for target 1. Gotten within 1 tick. So 9 for target, 9, 16, and 22 for the targets. And got within 1 again. Russell Long is triggered in, definitely triggered in, and trying to push through the 50 EMA. 279 for the unleaded stop. Pound Aussie stop remaining at 92.09. This is one of those times when I wish the trade plan had a trailer on crude. Stop all the way up to 83 from the entry at 26. Almost a 60-cent move on the trailer of this in this trade. But you have to trust your testing on that to see, is the trailer really worth it long term? Another chance for soybeans to get in back at the entry. 287 for unleaded. And Pound Aussie stops out at 209. That's a one and done session for the Pound Aussie this morning. That's better than the last couple of days. And we are done with the unleaded, so let's go look at the micro NQ and see if it's done anything. All right, we get a short trade. 4 minutes and 42 seconds, so definitely in our trade window. 4 minute wait after market open. Okay, yeah, there's got an 11-second bar on the, and there's a wick. So definitely had a chance to get in this trade. And a successful trade. Now long. Picking up targets 2, 3, and 4. And trailing down about halfway between targets 2 and 3. A nice strong winner out of the gate on micro NQ. a little early for a 10 a.m. session on crude. Now nausea is done, crude is done until the 10 a.m. mini session. Well, under 8 minutes from now. YM with a short trade. YM getting target 1. Is it? No, let's see. Target 1's only 11. Target 2 is only 18. And just hitting target 2. So 18 tick winner there. You're down. Actually, that's the first trade. Yeah, that's the first trade. So that's a one and done on the YM. It's like 8:07 for the stop, and we did stop out. So quick. Wait a while to get it, but that's quick. Get done quickly. $8.09 for the entry, $8.07 for the stop out. We pick up 18 at target 2, 2 on the trailer for 20 ticks. $100 trade. Come back tomorrow and do it again. And we have soybeans taking heat. Money management on the micro NQ. Full loss on the Russell. On the long trade, neither one of those are moving rapidly at this point. Looks like we have the short that we're not in on crude. Getting target 1. A little over 5 minutes to go there before our 10 a.m. session. So we'll look for a new setup. Micro NQ stopping out for break even, so we have one win, one break even this morning. And a new short. Probably time to get into that. Now we're definitely in it. 61 3/4 for the stop. Looks like we missed it by a tick. So still surviving short. Soybeans testing the session lows. Stop on that trade is at 07 1/4. Put the markups on that latest trade. That's going to be that's a no trade for the 10 a.m. session. But we're coming up in 2:15 to the 10 a.m. session. Soybeans getting within one tick of the stop, but still surviving in the long at the moment. I did not look at... Okay, volume is still on November. And it's kind of split. January is the next contract out. I expect the volume will roll over either tomorrow or Monday. Alright, micro NQ short, soybeans long, and less than a minute to go for the crude 10 a.m. session, mini session. 15 seconds. Looking for a new setup on crude. This one's gone too far to get in sync with. Existing home sales numbers coming out 10 o'clock. That's a orange label report. Stopping out for loss number 1 on the micro NQ, and now we have a long trade. And loss number 2, let's see. Yeah, it's loss number 2 on micro NQ. Win, a break even, and 2 losses. Short setup on the micro Russell. Micro Russell not terribly active this morning. 1 winner, 1 loss. 28.8 and triggering micro Russell triggering in. Micro NQ also triggering in to a new short. And soybeans stopping out. And loss number 3 on the micro NQ. That ends the session there. And crude stopped out of its early trade at 86.66, so we'll look for a new setup there. Bouncing off the 200 EMA. Couple of times there, it looks like. Soybeans having a difficult time this morning. Two full losses and a small win. Okay, looks like calculator didn't pick up. So calculator's still tracking crude. We're done with the micro NQ. 3 losses. One nice solid win and a break even. Big win and a break even. But that's the 3 losses is still going to put us negative on the morning. Right, and there's a new long on the pound Aussie, but we're done. Touching the stop again at 61 and pushing through it, so definitely out of the trade now. Third bounce off of the 50. That one's right to the 50 and bouncing, so that looks a little better. It's gone through the 50 and the 20. Still not pushing away from them yet. And a third loss on the micro Russell, so that ends that session as well. Both of those markets going into noise, chopping back and forth and closing out our sessions. Everybody's quiet this morning. I wonder, I didn't look. No, it doesn't look like anything. Powell's speaking at noon, but that's the only thing major. Unemployment was at 8:30 this morning. Unemployment claims. That's about all that I'm seeing. Nothing yet on crude. Crude and soybeans, actually the only things left. Mm, 15 minutes into the crude session with no trades. Mini session, that is. And just kind of watching things move sideways. Soybean still drifting downward. 20 SMA approaching the 200. 50 is pinching down. Not much going on. All right, looks like we're getting a bounce off the 50 or off the 200. And a bounce for soybeans. Let's see, is this going to... It's possible we could get a white trade out of this. We are dead even. We've got a crossover. Nope, did have a crossover. Yep, we did. We got the crossover. There's our white trade. 1304 flat. All right, we're almost at 10:30. We're pretty deep in the red on soybeans, and crude is not giving us anything to trade at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a morning about 10:30, unless anybody has questions. Soybeans triggers in. Give it 5 minutes, see if we get anywhere. Set a new session low at $13 a bushel. 1,300 pennies. You're quite welcome, Pamela. Have a good morning. I'll see you in about 30 minutes in the CEO Trader Mastermind session. Oh, and now we have, oh, that's the YM, excuse me. YM just being noisy. Soybeans just barely triggering in. And crude not going anywhere. All right, folks. Down to just one, so I'm going to call it a morning. It's right at 10:30. We will see you next week, 9:30 Tuesday morning. Have a wonderful weekend and good trading tomorrow and Monday. Until Tuesday.